Marketers, your time is now. Emarsys is on a mission to give power to the marketer. With Emarsys, they want you to wield the ultimate marketing power. Emarsys is an omni-channel customer engagement platform that connects more native channels than any other vendor in the market. Say farewell to one-size-fits-all campaigns. Emarsys empowers you with personalised, data-driven strategies that captivate your audience and boost your bottom line. Just ask Adore Beauty, Pet Circle, Total Tools, and City Beach. They've experienced firsthand the game-changing impact of Emarsys on their marketing efforts. Seize the reins of your marketing destiny today. Embrace Emarsys and watch your business soar to new heights. Visit Emarsys, that's E-M-A-R-S-Y-S, emarsys.com now.
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's Checkout features Lauren French, co-owner of Motto Fashions, a 40-year-old family-owned fashion business which, under Lauren's watch, has thrived in the digital era. From daily live streams to skyrocketing e-commerce growth, Lauren's innovative strategies have made Motto a household name for stylish women over 40. In this episode, Lauren shares the wildest thing that she's ever bought. Hint, it involves a car, but it may or may not have keys. She talks about the tech that saved her business from a major crisis and how she's tackling the challenge of scaling Motto while staying true to the brand's values. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us on The Checkout. We had a great conversation in our main episode around everything that you and the team are doing at Motto, including your big COVID shift, which helped you discover live video streaming to your audience, which you do every day at 4 p.m., which is absolutely incredible, and the incredible growth that you've had over the last 12 months. It's really good to hear such a success story at this time. But we're here to learn a little bit more about you. So I've got 5 quick questions. Number 1, what is the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
There's so many weird things you could buy online these days. And I buy a lot for my kids of just really weird, pointless junk. But I think the weirdest thing is during COVID, when everyone was a little bit bored, I bought a car from the auctions, which is where like the car places go to buy cars from. And it came with no key, no logbook, no service history. Because it was cheap, it was on a whim. So I didn't even know if it would come with a key. I didn't know if it would start. It was just all you got was the picture of the outside of the car.
Okay.
And you just had to take a punt. And I did. And it works well. Still going today.
What inspired you to do that instead of going and buying a normal car?
I have absolutely no idea. My husband's like a real car lover. It's not his job, but he just like loves to hustle cars, and he always looks at the auctions, and you can get some real bargains. I mean, it wouldn't have been a bargain if it didn't work, but I bought it for like half the price of what it would have been. And you know what? I found the logbook in the glove box.
Oh, well done to you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I only had 1 key, but I only need 1 key.
Perfect. That's a good one. I like it. Number 2, which retailer has most inspired you recently?
Oh, I feel like everyone is so inspiring, actually. I get little bits from every single retailer. One that's just in my mind, and I was just on their website the other day. It's a brand called Bon Maxi. They're a bags brand. We're actually collabing with them on it. We're doing some competitions with and stuff together. So that's, yes, Claire. Yeah, cool. She's fab. So I was on her website and I was like taking screenshot to send to our team because she's got some really, really clever UX, and I was very inspired by that. So she's the most recent one. But really, I get inspired from everything, from supermarket, website, anything. I think I've got to stay away from fashion. That's what I want to do. I want to look at other industries and how they're doing things.
Really smart. I love it. Number 3, name a piece of tech that you or your business couldn't live without.
I can't live without it sounds really boring, but I've got a great story as to why. I can't live without my password manager. It's called Dashlane. I'm sure they're all the same, but I can't live without that. And the reason is because I use the generated passwords that it makes. So it's not like Lauren 1986 ! Can't use that. And the reason I do that is because about 6 years ago, our server got hacked by Russian hackers, and they closed off all of our POS, our database, our sales history. We lost every single bit of information that we had. And then they said to get it back, we had to pay them in Bitcoins, which we actually did. And then they changed their mind and said, no, we need more Bitcoins. Back then, Bitcoins, I think they were about $3,000 a Bitcoin. So it was, thank goodness for that, right? Anyway, they never gave it back. They just kept wanting more money. So now I'm like so diligent with passwords. They like hacked in 6 months prior and turned all our backups off. So we didn't know the backups weren't running. Yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, so everyone needs to have a very in-depth password.
Oh, wow. I could imagine that experience would have shaken you up a fair bit.
Oh my God, it shook me up so much. And the funny thing was my dad, who listens to I don't know what radio station, but the news station, 3AW
Radio
or something.
National.
And something. And he was coming in going, he was saying like, there's Russian hackers, they're hacking in. And I was like, Dad, you are crazy. What are you talking about? Oh my God, were you going senile? Like, stop. And I swear like 6 months later, it actually happened. I was in tears. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. But, we bounced back.
Well done to you. That's I couldn't imagine going through that. All right, number 4. Can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into? You recommended a fantastic one in our main episode. Maybe we'll revisit that as well as any additionals you might have.
Sure. Yes. The best book I've ever read is How Brands Grow by Byron Sharp. Totally changed my world on how important acquisition is and what that looks like, and actually how irrelevant loyalty and retention is, which there's still a place for it, but he flipped my entire way of thinking upside down. Everything that I've ever thought in business was changed from that book. It's a really good one. It is a bit of a hard read because it's quite a scientific marketing book, but it's definitely worth pursuing. And obviously Add to Cart is my favorite podcast.
Thank you. It gets better every week.
especially my episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was returning the plug. All right, lovely. Thank you. And last one I've got for you, Lauren. What is your biggest challenge today?
My biggest challenge is probably now where the business is changing and evolving, and I really lack structure. I'm not a structured person. You might be able to tell that from our chat. I'm very creative and on a whim, and I think for my business to keep growing, I actually need to put in some structure and different, types of accountabilities and different organizational structures. And that for me is probably the next 12 months. I'll be looking at that just to make sure I'm set for success as we continue to grow. Right now, I think it's great for where we are now, but if we double our revenue, then perhaps we're going to come into some issues. So that's what I'm working on.
Brilliant. A good stage of growth to be going through. Good problem to have. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us on The Checkout.
Thank you.
If you want to hear more about how Lauren and the Motto team have turned a bricks and mortar business into a digital powerhouse, jump back into episode 459. You'll hear all about their live streaming journey, how they've grown the business by focusing on hero products like the Miracle Pan, and what it takes to work with high-profile celebrities like Julia Morris.
Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.